Hello everyone, welcome again to another lecture series, and this time we are going to continue our discussion on dispute resolution and crisis or incident management. So we're going to focus now on crisis management. Okay, let's start with discussing the concepts of crisis and emergency. So i-define natin, ano ba yung crisis? What is crisis? Okay, crisis is a period of disorganization. Okay, disorganization, period of upset during which people attempts at arriving at solutions of problems. So isa-isa natin yung definition ng crisis. So pagka sinabing crisis is a period of disorganization, kapag sinabing period of disorganization, it is a time when things feel chaotic o di kaya something is out of order. Kagaya na lang halimbawa, merong hostage drama or sinasabi nating hostage situation. Something is out of control. Sa pangyayaring yun, something is out of control. Everything's become chaotic. So everything in the vicinity, it stops for a moment. Meron ng disorganization. And people involved, yung mga hostages or hostage, mga bystanders, they feel uncertainty and disorder. And it does not limit to that. Meron tayong tinatawag na period of upset. Okay? Period of upset. Ano ibig sabihin ng period of upset? It is also a time when a person, yung hostage kaya, they feel, or yung mga pamilya, ng hinostage, they feel stressed, worried, or emotionally distraught. Yung hostage situation, pwedeng makakos ito ng, o pwedeng maging sanhi ito ng intense fear, or stress kaya, or emotional distress for everyone. The hostages, they feel threatened, lalo na yung mga pamilya ng hinostage, magpapanik na, and authorities are under pressure. Under pressure para lang stop yung ganong pangyayari. Meron din ginagawa yung ating mga law enforcement. Okay, during which people attempt at arriving solution. Sino ba itong people na we're going to arrive a solution of the problem? O syempre, yun ating mga negotiators, ng ating mga law enforcement officers that handling the crisis or the hostage situation. So during a crisis, so our law enforcement, they try to find answer or to solve the problems that causes the situation. Okay, so in this crisis, nandiyan na si negotiator or si police, mga rescue teams, they work hard to resolve the situation safely. Nandiyan na yung papakalmahin na ng mga otoridad, yung mga hostage taker, kunyari ibibigay nila yung hiling ng mga hostage taker, nanghingi ng ganito, nanghingi ng sasakyan, or whatsoever, para makatakas sa lugar, Okay, pero hindi naman sa ibibigay ng hostage taker yon. Later on, you know the principle on that, Okay, the main goal is to protect the hostages, and find a peaceful solution. Okay, so that is crisis, in general. Okay, and if we're going to connect that one, in our topic. The term crisis is derived from the Greek word krisis, a crisis, which means to separate, a turning point decision in the process of an affair or a series of events. Okay, so let's proceed to emergency. Ano naman yung emergency? Ano bang kaibahan ng crisis, at ng emergency? What is emergency? Okay, emergency, ito muna derived from the Latin word emergentia, which means dipping, okay, which means plugging, okay? Okay, pag sinabing emergency, pag sinabing emergency, it is a sudden condition. Okay, it is a sudden condition or a state of affairs calling for an immediate action. Pag sinabing sudden condition is something happens unexpectedly, na biglaan or without warning, or a state of affairs. Okay, affairs. It creates a situation or circumstances that affects people. Okay, so that's emergency. It creates calling for an immediate action. O pag sinabing immediate action, agad-agarang pagtugon, no? It requires a quick response. Okay, kasi pag hindi gagawin yon, no, something could happen, no? Waiting could make things worse. Okay, so that is emergency. Okay, now let's proceed now to the types of crisis. Okay, the first one is man-made crisis. Okay, man-made crises are events that arise from human actions, decisions, or failures, whether intentional or accidental. Okay, pag sinabing man-made crisis, sinong may gawa? Now, this is a kind of crisis that's is created by us, no? By us people. Eh, hindi si nature. Okay? These are events that arise from human actions. No, kaya nangyayari ito because of what people do. Okay? Yung mga decisions, mga failures, no? They can even caused by it can also cause, pwedeng maging sanhi o pwedeng maging dahilan yung choices, no, or wrong choices, wrong move, no, ng mga tao natin, no, or failures, no, they may occur when people make mistakes or kaya they neglect, no, their responsibilities or the systems break down, okay, whether intentional or accidental. Okay, this can happen, pwedeng mangyayari ito, no, on purpose or it can happen by accident, no? Okay, again, tandaan nyo lang, basta man-made crisis, it is created by us, no? It is created by people. Okay? So, example, no? Kaya, kagaya na lang halimbawa ng mga aksidente, no? Aksidente, mga, anong klaseng aksidente? Let's say, industrial accidents, yung mga pollution, may sunog, no? Okay, mga terrorism, okay? Mga what else? Riot, yung mga riot, yung mga demonstration, yung mass demonstration, yung mga welga, no? And even yung mga iba't ibang klase ng revolt, no? Okay, ano ba yung iba't ibang klase ng mga revolt? Merong mutiny, no? Or mga insurrection or hostage taking then, no? Okay, so those are an example of man-made crisis, no? Mga civil disturbances, right? Okay, next types of crisis we have natural crisis. Okay, these are events caused by natural hazards and environmental phenomena that occur without human intervention. Okay, without human intervention. Pag sinabing natural crisis, or hindi ito nanggaling sa mga tao. It comes from nature itself, no? Okay, events caused by natural hazards. Okay? They happen because of yung mga tinatawag nating mga natural dangers, no? Natural disasters. Halimbawa, yung mga earthquakes, mga floods, mga volcanic and even volcanic eruptions, no? Kagaya ng mga nangyayari ngayon, no? Ngayon, yung nakaraan lang, no? So, una, yung merong lindol, no? Sa iba't ibang bahagi ng Pilipinas, no? Particularly sa Davao, no? Meron din sa Davao. Okay? Ah, and then sinundan pa talaga ito ng baha, no? Pagsalakay ng Bagyong Tino, 'di ba? Sumalakay sa Bagyong Tino, ano pa yung iba't ibang uri ng bagyo, no? Na kung saan marami talaga yung nasalanta and even marami pa yung namatay, no? Tsaka ang dami yung mga bahay, gumuho, no? Those are an example of natural hazards, no? Or natural crisis. Okay? An environmental phenomena, no? They can also caused by natural events, no? Pwede ding ano ba itong environmental phenomena. Kagaya na lang halimbawa ng landslide, no? Landslide, okay? That occur without human intervention, no? Kahit na it happens on their own, no? The crisis happens on their own, okay? Without people, without us causing them, no? Okay. So they often require emergency response, no? The natural crisis. Okay, they require preparedness, they require long-term recovery efforts, no? para yung mga nasalanta o naapektuhan ay uh, maging matulungan. Okay, no? Okay, so that is the difference between man-made and natural crisis. Okay, let's proceed now to individual crisis. Okay, individual crisis. What is individual crisis? No, it refers to the feeling that arises when a person faces unpleasant situation. Okay? Ano ba yung mga unpleasant situation na napi-feel na natin? Okay, frustration, nandiyan na yung conflict, no? Okay, first we have physical crisis. Ano ba yung physical crisis? Those that are related to health problems, no? Or bodily sickness or suffering. So, somehow related to the body of the person. Okay? So, it involves mga iba't ibang uri ng mga sakit, no? Okay, na napi-feel natin within our body. Okay? Katulad na lang halimbawa ng cancer, no? Tumor. So, those are an example of physical crisis. Okay, next we have economic crisis. The deprivation. O, pag sinabing deprivation, something na pinagkaitan ka, no? Something lacking, no? The deprivation of the basic necessities of life food, food and material things. Okay? May kulang doon sa ating basic needs or ating basic necessities. Okay? Ano ba yung mga basic need ng tao? Pera daw. Ito, pera. Yes, pera. Okay, food, water, shelter, no, may lacking doon. So that's the time that economic crisis comes in, no? All right. And the next is emotional crisis. Okay, this is when an individual is affected by negative feelings like emotional disturbances, fear, no? At marami pang iba, no? You are battling. This is the time when you are battling, when you are struggling with the negative feelings na napi-feel mo within you. No? Mga iba't ibang uri ng emotional disturbances. No? Yung mga yung fear, no? Ano pa ba yung iba? What's this? Pagkatakot or let's say for example, may kinakainisan kang tao, no? Galit na galit ka sa taong yon, posibleng it can cause frustration on your part, no? You hate, no? You hate. That is an example for emotional crisis. Okay, you are being affected into that feelings, no? Okay, and then next is social crisis. So, ano naman tong social crisis? The experiencing lack of interest, confidence, and social skills to relate meaningful, harmonious relationship with others, no? You are having a crisis. Crisis into what? Into connecting people around you. Hindi ka maka-adapt sa environment mo o kaya mahirap sa iyo ang makapag-build na healthy relationship with the people around you. Yaba, meron ka ng social crisis niyan, no? Okay, the other one is moral crisis. The person has an irrational or distorted concept of what is right or wrong. A lack of moral values and integrity of the person. No? Wala ka na sa kaayusan. Hindi mo na nga alam yung tama at mali. No? Napaka-basic nga. You are being blinded. Nagiging irrational ka na. No? Wala ka na sa husto. Pag sinabing irrational, naging irrational ka na. Katulad na lang ng mga nangyayari ngayon sa Pilipinas, ano, malanglang malala yung korupsyon, yung pasahan ng mga sisi, no? Aba, ang mas mahirap pa, sila mismo sa sarili nila, naniniwala silang tama sila, no? Yun ang tinatawag nating pathological liar, no? Marahil nga mayroong crisis, yung mga, na mga nagtrending na mga pangalan ngayon, no? Okay? So, next is emotional crisis. So, ano naman itong emotional crisis? Failure of the person to assume one sex role and identity as a man or a woman. Okay, the person has an inappropriate sex objective, inadequate and distorted expression of affection, no? The person is having a hard time na i-accept yung kanyang identity, either as a man or a woman. He is having a hard time to accept his sexual identity. Kaya nahihirapan siya o mahirap sa kanya makapag-form ng romantic relationship, no, with someone. Oh, sinong may emotional crisis dyan? Okay? So those are the different kinds of the individual crisis. I'm sorry, psychosexual pala, psychosexual. Mali tuloy yung ano ko. This is psychosexual, no? The last one is psychosexual, no? Not emotional crisis. Okay? Okay, let's define now crisis management. O pag-aralan naman natin yung crisis management. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng crisis management? Crisis management is the proper utilization of all available resources and the formulation of policies and procedures to effectively deal with progressive sequence of events and sudden or unforeseen state or emergency. Pag sinabing proper utilization of all available resources. Again, sa hostage situation uli, no? Ano bang pwedeng gawin doon? Siyempre, merong hostage negotiators. So, yun yung mga gagawin doon, mga available resources utilization. May mga police, may mga medical teams, and surveillance tools, no? Rather, no, all of that, they are doing something, no? Efficiently to handle the crisis, to handle available resources that they have. Okay, and then, syempre, the formulation of policies and procedures. No? Siyempre, yung ating mga otoridad, meron na silang mga pina-follow. Ano yung kanilang pina-follow? Mga established plans and protocols, no? Mga SOP, Standard Operating Procedures for negotiating, no? Or even for evacuating hostages. Meron yun silang pina-follow. Mga guided yan ng mga different principles, no? And to handle the threats safely, no? To effectively deal with progressive sequence of events, okay? Mga unexpected events, no? Kagaya halimbawa ng hostage, no? For example, no? Trying to escape or uh, it requires an immediate action or it could be yung hostage na yun is nagiging threat na yun na sobrang malaki yung threat niya, no? Or banta, no? It requires immediate action to protect individual involved. Okay, so that is crisis management. And the purpose of crisis management, kaya merong ganyan, no? It sets concept, it sets policies, no? It sets general procedures of handling crisis situation. Okay? It guides and assess our law enforcers, yung ating mga kapulisan, no? In the formulation of crisis management contingency plans and mga SOP, no? Para i-address yung situations. Okay, so that is crisis management. That is very important. Okay, next. Meron tayong tinatawag na crisis management doctrine. So, this doctrine specifically addresses crisis situations arising out of the action of mentally deranged individuals. Sino ba yung mga mentally deranged individuals? Yun yung mga may something sa pag-iisip, no? Mga criminal or terorista that use violence or threat to pursue their needs. Okay? So this doctrine deals with crisis, no, that is caused by mentally unstable or mentally deranged individual, no, mentally unstable people, mga kriminal or mga terorista, no, na gumagamit ng dahas o pagbabanta or threat, no, para lang makuha nila yung kanilang gusto, no. Kagaya na lang nung ginawa ng isang terorista, no, doon sa Marawi. Kawawa yung ating mga kapatid na Muslim, no. So, example of the crisis, yun, high hostage taking, hijacking, or occupying important places, yung nangyari doon sa Marawi, no? And even include ambush, no? Okay? And they're often combined with demands, no? For yung iba for ransom, for blackmail, yung iba naman is for publicity. Okay? The crisis may start as basically police, no, or special unit matter, but it could develop in proportion and dimension that is requiring further military operations. Kaya yung doctrine na ito, it will not address crisis pag yung purview ng jurisdiction is nandun na sa NDCC or yung National Disaster Coordinating Council. Okay? Yung mga Peace and Order Council, the Cabinet Crisis Committee, or yung tinatawag natin National Security Councils, no? At iba't ibang mga committee, national committee, which could be military, economic, political, no, or combination, no, or ganun yung mga nature. It will not address crisis kung yun yung include yung jurisdiction ng mga nabanggit, no? Okay, kung hindi nyo alam, meron tayong uh, National Policy or NP. Okay, National Policy or NP. The Philippines subscribe to all international conventions and initiatives against terrorism, and they will participate in all endeavors, no, designed to strengthen international cooperation para lang i-stop or i-neutralize yung terrorist acts. At meron din tayong PNP or AFP policies. They are guided by the national policies, no, on terrorism. Sila yung mga implementor, the PNP and the AFP, no, with the use of peaceful means. Okay? So now let's proceed now to the phases of management. Okay, first phase, we have proactive phases. Okay, ano ba yung proactive phases? Okay, at this stage is advanced planning, no? It is the stage of advanced planning, this proactive phase, no? Advanced planning, advanced organizing, advanced coordination and control, no, in response to anticipated future crisis, no? Meron nga tayong kasabihan, we must proact, not just react. So there are proactive phases, no, before merong mangyari, no, future crisis occurrence, no? This phase is designed to predict or prevent probability or occurrence, right? Yung mga posibilidad, meron ng mga proactive measures, no? While at the same time, prepares to handle them when mangyayari na siya, no? Okay, first is prediction. This is the first stage of the proactive phases, no? The first stage of anticipating future crisis occurrences through update. Number one, update intelligence. So, pag sabing update intelligence, collecting information from different sources to guide actions and planning for crisis management. Okay? Mga contingency planning. Ito yung pagkukulikta, no, ng mga impormasyon from different sources, from variety of sources as their basis, no, of their actions and as their basis of the plan, no, those that are related to crisis management, contingency planning, no, katulad na lang ng yung mga police magagather ng mga reports, no, or mga surveillance or iba't ibang mga procedure, mga SOP para lang to prepare for possible hostage situations. Okay, that is one of the first step, no, into predicting mga future crisis. The other one is events. Past incidents used to analyze patterns, identify likely threats, and plans ahead. So, yun yung mga incident that nangyari na, no? Nangyari na. It can help. It can facilitate analysis that is important or that is necessary for identification of probable threat groups, no? Probable target. Okay, this is necessary for the advanced planning. Kailangan alam mo yung mga past mga incidents, no? Okay? Para you know saan ka magsisimula. Okay? There is this one. Events is one of the in the prediction phase, no? It studies, for example, magsa-study ng mga previous na mga kidnapping incidents, okay, or previous kidnapping hijacking, o para lang i-predict, no? Okay, to predict potential targets or tactics, no? To advance it in anticipating future crisis. Okay? So next, we have threat analysis of threat group. Okay, dapat nating maintindihan yung mga threat groups, no? Para isa-isahin natin yung mga political terrorists, isa-isahin natin dapat nating maintindihan yung kanilang ano ba yung kanilang purpose, why they committed such act, no? Sino, ano ba itong mga grupo na ito ng society, no? Yung mga ano ba yung, like for example, political terrorists, ano ba yung ideologies ng mga political terrorists? Okay? So, first threat groups, ito talaga yung usual, no? Okay? Kung saan this is a big threat to our nation. Okay? Posibleng malaki yung kaniyang epektong idudulot, no? Sa ekonomiya ng Pilipinas. Not just that, the order of the country, no? Okay, political terrorists, ideologically inspired. Sino ba sila? They are ideologically inspired individuals who group together for a common purpose, usually for change of government or political power. Okay, ideological purpose yung kanila. Hindi katulad ng organized crime na economic gain, no? Yung kanilang purpose, no? Okay? So, they are ideologically inspired individuals. Okay, katulad ng mga NPA rather, NPA. CPP, NPA, di ba? Matagal na yung kanilang pinaglalaban, no? Meron silang mga pinaglalaban ideologically about the government, no? Yun yung pinaka isa, no, sa mga political terrorists ng ating bansa. Okay? Another, criminal. Sino ba yung mga criminal? These are people who commit terrorist acts for personal rather than ideological gains, no? Okay, some of the terrorist acts such as yung mga kidnapping, no, they are well planned. Okay, others are not planned but happens as a result of the fast response time by ating mga law enforcement agencies. Okay, yung mga police natin. Okay, for instance, merong mga number ng bank robberies, no, they have evolved into unplanned hostage situation. So, pag dumating na yung mga police, so maa-alarma na yung ating mga robbers, no? Okay, so for example, no, again, a bank robbery, no, it starts out normally, no, as a robbery. And then, ang nangyari nandyan yung mga police, they show up, no, because an alarm says, oh, merong nangyayaring robbery, o merong nakapandot ng alarm ng bangko, no, na automatically magno-notify doon sa ating mga police station, no. So, when the robbers see the police arrive, no, the things do not go as planned, no? The robbers then take hostages, yung mga tao doon sa loob ng bangko to protect themselves, no? Or yung iba is gusto nilang makalabas, for example, napapaligiran na ng mga pulis, no? Nandun na yung mga pulis sa labas, no? Hindi na sila makalabas, okay? To protect themselves, they negotiate. No? So the robbery unexpectedly becomes a hostage situation. Okay, yan yung sinasabi ko, no? The unexpected police arrival, it causes some bank robberies to turn into hostage situation. Okay? Next, mentally deranged individuals. So, people commit terroristic acts during a period of psychiatric disturbance, no? This type is, ito yung pinakamahirap na i-deal ng mga terrorists, no? Many of them are impulsive and unpredictable. Yung bigla-bigla na lang ng hostage, no? By reason of some, okay, some mentally, no? By reason of some mentally distortion or tawag natin mentally deranged individuals. Okay, so next phase of management, the crisis management is prevention. Prevention is better than cure. Okay, so this proactive phase considers mga countermeasures, no, as part of the total systems of operations. Okay, it stops crisis. Kaya nga, prevent to prevent. It stops crisis bago pa may mangyaring ganun, no? By using different countermeasures. Okay, countermeasures. Ano ba yung mga countermeasures? Okay, number one, operation security. Okay, a counter-intelligence measure where all aspect of awareness and training must be considered to prevent threat groups from learning the unit's plans, methods of operations. No, it also refers to measures taken in conducting operations or activities in secure and effective manner. Okay, protecting plans, okay, mga methods, mga operation from being discovered doon sa ating mga threat groups, no? So kaya yung mga pag may mga missions, no, yung ating PNP or Okay, so they keep that mission, uh, the details of that mission, they keep it secret. Maliban na lang kung may whistleblower, no? The training staff on security protocols, all of that, they conduct the operation safely. Okay? Okay, those things need to be considered. No, those things, all aspect of those no dapat aware ang lahat, no, para in result, or all aspect of those awareness must be considered. Para yung mga subversive group or yung mga let's say mga criminals or mga terorista, okay, they will not learn from that plan of operations. Kasi pag alam, may whistleblower, pag may nakapagsabi, mga nganib, no, yung ating mga law enforcers or even yung kanilang plano, no, okay, o plan of operation, kung matitiktikan yon, ang mangyayari is, okay, the operation will not be safe. Okay, next, personal security. It considers that all personnel are susceptible to terrorist attack. So, there is a need for securing them. No? All security measures designed to prevent unsuitable individuals of loyalty or doubtful loyalty from gaining access to classified matters or security facilities. No? Ibig sabihin, protecting all personnel from possible attacks or threats. No? So, it is ensuring that only trusted individuals ang merong access sa mga sensitive informations, no, or secure areas para what is the purpose? To prevent the danger or to prevent the harm. Okay? Okay, next, considerations of personnel. Let's talk now about considerations of personal threat assessment, no? Checking these risky individuals, and they might be, because they might be a target of threats, no? They usually be a target of threats. So first is rank and risk, no? Higher ranking personnel, they have great risk level, no? So in high risk areas, secure, there should be kailangan i-secure yung ating mga ranking officer because they may be selected as terrorist targets, no, by special knowledge they possess. Okay, kasi sila yung ulo, no, they are the head of unit or the organization. Okay, threat level, mga potential threats, primary targets, they are high-ranking military or police officers. Sila yung mga primary targets, mga government officials, sino ba yung mga government officials? Mga senador, mayor, no? Foreign ministries, other VIPs and person possessing sensitive information. They are classified as primary targets. Okay, secondary targets, those selected as alternative terrorist targets just to gain publicity. And randomly selected targets, the military or police personnel who are not off duty or engage in private activities and they become targets of opportunity. Okay, next, the stages and preparation of personnel security program. What are the stages? First is planning. Okay, next is personal security education. Let's proceed to planning. Planning is analyze the threats and check. It means analyzing threats, analyzing mga pagbabanta, no, and check, no, what security resources are available, no, to assess potential risk to staff and available security personnel. Okay, mga technology. Okay, personnel security education. Okay, procedures are adapted. Okay, there are procedures that is being adopted, no? Meaning, you put rules and procedures in place to protect personnel. Okay, example is establishing protocols for entering secure areas or let's say handling classified information. Okay, another stage in preparation of personal security program is awareness. Okay, keep people informed regularly about security issues. So, katulad na lang merong mga briefings, no? or public information campaigns, or it could be distributing printed guidelines just to uh, spread awareness. Next is education. Okay, what does education mean? So, teaching personnel about the terrorist attacks, no, mga potential threats. Okay, example is training on how to recognize suspicious behavior or how to handle threats. Okay, the other one is physical security, meaning protect people, no, or information and material with barriers and controlled access. No, kagaya na lang halimbawa yung ang mga ano ba yung ano ba iba-ibang physical security fences. Okay, maglagay ng mga security checkpoints, no? Mga surveillance systems around the sensitive areas. Okay, so those are the stages in preparation for security personnel program. Okay, next is the last one is preparation. Okay, the last measure is preparation. Okay, these proactive measures or this proactive phase involves organizing, training, okay, and equipment personnel of the organization. Okay, so in general, the military commanders and officers of the PNP, they must organize, they must train and equip special reaction. Okay, mga negotiation and provide immediate activation if it is needed. Okay, so we have the national level organization. Okay, in the national level organization, meron tawag ng NCCM, okay, National Committee on Crisis Management. Okay, they serve as an umbrella of the organization for crisis management. And the primary concern is formulation of crisis management policies. Okay, integration of the military or the police, no, to public efforts towards the prevention and control of crisis. So, yung ating NCCM, meron silang meron tayong tinatawag na PAPSICOM, yung ating National Committee on Crisis Management. It is composed of PAPSICOM, no? PNPSWG, PAPSICOM, Philippine Air Force Security Command, PNSWG, Philippine Navy Special Welfare Group, meron din PASAG, Philippine Army Special Action Group. Okay? Yung sa PNP, Philippine National Police Special Action Group. Okay? So, and we even have RCEG, Regional Crisis Action Group, okay, RCMOC, Regional Crisis Management Operations Center. Now, this is the RCMOC, no? And then, Operations Center, magkarugtong yan sila, no? This is the point of all communication from the OSP, the RCMOC, the Regional Crisis Management Operations Center. Okay? Next is the OSCP, meaning On Scene Command Post. Okay, itong OSCP, it is established within the crisis incident site. Okay, it is a post or unit with a probable target. Ang head niyan is On Scene Commander. Okay, whose responsibility is to take charge of every happening of a crisis incident scene rather. So as to the composition of the OSCP, or the onsen command post, okay, so there is tactical unit. Okay, tactical unit, those are composed of regular military or regular police that is placed under the operational command of the OSC, no, or the on the scene commander. Okay, so there are reaction element. Okay, special action units which are specially organized, equipped, and deployed in the region, no, to hold special operation in cases of crisis incident. Okay, and then security element, their function is, okay, they are military or police personal task to protect the area of perimeter security. Yun yung perimeter security naman sa kanila, no? To prevent occurrence of unnecessary incidents. Okay, aside from the tactical unit, we even have support unit. Okay, support unit. It is a unit that provides the necessary administrative or operational and logistic support of the OSC. Okay? And merong intelligence team. They are responsible for the collection and processing of information needed by the on-the-scene commander. Okay, and then communication team, they are responsible for ensuring effective communication between OSC and other unit or sub-units. The logistic team, they are responsible for the mess services, no? Clothing, equipment, transportation, mga iba't ibang klase ng mga logistic services. And then, the medical, meron ding yung support unit, no? Siyempre, hindi mawawala yan. Merong medical team. They're responsible for all medical services. Okay? And then, the firefighting team, okay? They're responsible for extinguishing fires. Okay? And then, the administrative and personnel, they are assigned to on the scene commander to keep, sila yung magre-record ng mga events, mga communication, any kind of communication. And then the legal or investigation team, services of investigation, they are the one who make legal advices to the OSC. Okay, so those are the support units, no, of the OSCP, or the um, on the scene command post. Okay, and we even have the negotiation unit. No, it is headed by chief negotiator and composed of two or more members. Okay, their primary concern is to serve first life, prevent destruction, and pave the way for a peaceful solution of crisis situation. Okay, in our next discussion, we're going to discuss the principle of the negotiation. Okay, during hostage situation or hostage drama. And we're going to discuss as well those different syndromes, no, that may be created or maybe developed, no, during the whole uh, what's this duration of the uh, negotiation, okay, or the hostage situation.